guys, welcome to Nordic Drip Coaching. My name is Anita and I am your life coach. In today's video, I just want to give you guys a love note. I really want to inspire you guys to wake up, to know that you are so loved. And so many times I have been transformed through a dream, transformed through a experience with someone that I didn't even know that they were going to change my mindset, change my perception on thinking. I woke up today. It was a phenomenal day. I remembered a dream that I had. I would like to share this love note with you. I found it to be very difficult to record this video. I don't know why, because I feel like I want to be on camera crying and really expand myself and be like, you guys do not know the dream I had, like the feeling, how I woke up. Have you ever had a dream to where you wake up and you still feel like the dream is still continuing? You have the same feelings you did in the dream. This was me this morning. I had the same feelings I had. It was phenomenal because my dream was all about love. I would like to share my story with you today, and I really hope this does resonate with someone. I feel like I was supposed to record this video. It was supposed to find someone. So let me first start by saying this. I cannot begin this story without stating we feel in life that we are not guided. We are guided in every second, every minute, every hour, every day, every year. We are always guided. We're guided by love. You look around you and you see a bird. That bird is no different than you. You are that bird and that bird is you. You look at a flower. You say, oh my God, that flower is beautiful. You are looking at yourself. We think we are separate, but we are not. I want to just tell you a little bit about me. I'm going to be as transparent as I possibly can. Last night, I went to bed frustrated, upset, as I usually do. I usually go to sleep just feeling away, overwhelmed. I've had to cook, I've had to clean, I had to run around, I had to take care of the kids, I had to deal with my spouse, and I typically go to sleep just wanting to sleep and feeling upset, feeling overwhelmed, feeling like I need more help, feeling like I don't have anyone. And that's a typical night. I went to bed and I usually dream around 3. I don't know why. In this dream, I remember I was in Sephora. I love going to Sephora most times just to look. But I was consumed with shopping and not paying attention. I had my toddler there and he was on the floor sleeping. And I remember looking at him like, why are you on the floor sleeping? Oh my God, I didn't even pay attention to you. I was too consumed with being in Sephora, shopping, doing all these things. But he was still with me to where he just needed to be next to me. I was here, he was on the floor. And I remember feeling like so much time had passed, but I don't remember spending any time with him. And picking him up, okay? I put him inside a stroller. Then my spouse came with my oldest son. And I remember just being upset, feeling a way about them, and just being like, why did you have to pick me up from Sephora? I'm just trying to do things, and just feeling away. And we all walk out of Sephora. I'm pushing the stroller. And I remember just hearing people screaming. People were screaming and there was fire and trees were burning. People was burning. And I remember thinking there's nowhere to run. And I remember trying to figure out, like, where do I go? There were so many blocks, but there was fireballs just coming on trees, coming on people. People were screaming because they were just burning on fire. Trees were burning and there was nowhere to run. And in that situation, I was like, hold up. We aren't going to make it. We are not going to make it. No matter where we go, we are not going to make it. But it was coming down so slow to where I knew I had time to do certain things. Those things were, I looked at my spouse and I looked at him with such sad eyes. He looked sad. And I remember thinking, wow, we have not showed each other love how we should be. Like, I have not been nice. I have been mean, and I have not told you the things I need to tell you. And I remember stopping and saying, thank you for being such a great, great father. Thank you for being a great provider. Thank you for all that you do for our family. I know I don't tell you this enough. And just holding him and just crying and just saying, thank you, thank you. And there was, of course, like some personal stuff that I told him. And it was really, really emotional. I did not want to waste time because who knows how long we had left. And then I remember looking at my son, tears coming down my eyes, and just telling him all of the stuff I had to tell him. Telling him how thankful I was to be his mother. Telling him how I loved him and all of the stuff that I wanted to tell him. And I thought I had all this time to tell him. And I just let it out. I just told him everything, hugged him. And then I looked at my stroller and I seen my toddler sitting there, and I just crying and telling him all of the things I wanted to tell him, like, you are perfect and you have brought such joy in our family when we needed it most. You have been inspiring. You have been funny. All of these things that I really wanted him to know that I just had to share. And then I remember my daughter, she was at my godmother's house. So I went to a phone and I just called her and I told her everything I needed to tell her. Like, you are me. I am you. I'm sorry that sometimes I place all this fear on you. I can be overprotective. I can be mean at times. And I had to let her know that I see you in me. And it's scary, and I'm sorry, and you're beautiful, and you're perfect, and just telling her all of these things. And I remember at that moment thinking, we all think that tomorrow is promised. We all think we have another day, and that's not the case. Like, and just being like, why do I have to wait until we are about to die to say these things to my spouse and to my kids? Why do I have to wait for tragedy to happen for me to express things I should have expressed a long time ago? I will say that for me, and I know for a lot of people, as kids, we have an open heart. We give our heart and we give it unconditionally. Many times, hurt people will take advantage of a kid that has an open heart, and they will abuse you. They will disrespect you. They will make you feel bad for loving and for being yourself. And the more and more that this happens is the more we guard our hearts, is the more we feel like, you know what, we ain't gonna let no one else hurt me like that person hurt me. And that grows and that grows. And then we become that same abusive adult that treated us like shit, right? And the cycle just repeats itself. And then we get in a good relationship with someone that has an open heart, someone that is able to love, right? And then we tear them apart for it. We say, how dare you love us? How dare you love us right now? Where were you when we needed love? Where were you when we were young and someone abused us? Someone treated us like shit. Where were you? And now you want to love us? This is how we all react in certain situations, whether it be a first relationship, a third relationship, a fourth relationship. No matter what, we turn to the person and is like, how dare you, right? And then we start closing off. Now that person that had their heart open to us is now on guard, right? Now they're like, hold up. Every time I show you love, you attack me. Every time I give you my heart, you just take it and tear it up. And this is why there's friction in many relationships, because one person is open and the other person is closed, attacking. How dare you show me love? And the cycle goes back and forth. In this dream, something happened to where I remember the fire, as soon as I was able to share love, open up, say the things I needed to say, the fire stopped. And a voice spoke and it said, why do you have to wait for the last days to show love? These fires that you see, they're not outside of you. They are inside of you. And I was like, inside of me? Yes, inside of you. You slowly kill yourself and kill your relationships by not showing your loved ones, not showing people, not showing love to others. When you are open to showing love, accepting love, those fires inside, they light out. You water them. Love can put out any fire. And for me, that was a big moment to where I woke up, and when I woke up, everything looked different. The birds in the sky looked different. Everything looked different. I told my daughter, listen, get a pen and paper, write all this down. And she wrote everything down, even all of the nice stuff I had to tell her and that I never did before. I let her hear it for the first time, and I could see she was like, wow. Finally, Mom, finally you told me these things, because I really do feel like she really needed to hear them. I feel like our loved ones need to hear how we feel about them. Even if they're not on their best at showing love back and their heart is still closed, we have to give what we don't get. That's the only way we can get. That's the only way someone can say, hold up, I feel safe. And it takes bravery, guys. It's not simple. It's not an easy thing to show love to those that may not give it back. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. It's not. I really would want to recommend anyone that is watching this video, if you ever have a dream, write it down as soon as you wake up. Write it down, because that dream is there to teach you something. I really needed this dream in a big way. I hold on to a lot of pain, suffering, anger, just a lot, to where I didn't even realize, like, to think, why do I feel like tomorrow's promised? Why do I feel so entitled to be able to tell my family, to be able to tell my friends these things, and when I feel like it, and when I'm ready? That's not how it should go, because one day we will not be here. It will be your last day. And who knows if you even have the time to make your phone calls? Who knows if you have the time to hug your kids, tell them they're beautiful, tell them you love them, hug your spouse, even though you guys go through your situations and all of the bad, right? There is also good, and kind of pooling the good and being thankful for the good, talking about the good. It's so sad that we just don't live in the present moment, no matter how many people that have these experiences, that have known what real love is, that have experienced losing people suddenly and without telling them bye, and without hugging them, tell us, love those around you, be present. We still don't. I still didn't. I needed this dream, because in this dream, and when there was fire and people were dying and screaming and all I had was my loved ones, I was not thinking about the bad things that they have done. The only thing I was thinking about was, how can I thank them? Thank them for picking me to be in their family. Thank them for loving me. Thank them for even walking down the block with me in that moment, to be with me on my last day. And this is so emotional. Like, I'm not gonna even start crying, because, and that's not in my DNA, but I really do have to say that the whole purpose behind me having this channel and behind sharing these things with you is because I want to let anybody, it could be one person watching this, to know you are guided, you are loved. There are people that you think you're in this all alone, but you're not. We all go through most of the similar shit. We are all one, even though society wants you to think that we're divided and that you're different than me, that I'm superior or inferior than you. That's a lie. That is a lie. And that's why I really do try, no matter what I'm doing, to give thanks, right? If I'm going to eat a piece of ham, a piece of pork chop, a piece of steak, I'm going to thank it, because that animal died so I can eat. And that has changed my mechanism of my body to not look at food in a way of, oh my God, I feel bad, I'm going to eat this animal. And that's how I used to think, to where it was toxic. It was toxic. Now I give thanks. I say, thank you for nourishing my body. Thank you for providing your body to feed me. And just doing little things like that, guys. Just showing love no matter how you can. Kids are hard. Being a parent is hard. Sometimes we lose. We lose ourselves looking at the bad and forgetting about the good in the people around us. I struggle with that a lot. I just want to finalize this video and say that I love you. You need to love you, and love the person next to you. Love the persons next to them. Because in the end, you will see we are all one. We are love. And love has the power to put out every fire. I don't care how big that fire is. Love will put it out. Thank you so much for watching Nordic Drip Coaching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.